Hello and welcome back. My name is Rabellaka, and today is the gameplay trailer for the new expansion pack for The Sims 4, Enchanted by Nature. And so, since this is a fairies pack, I decided to dress up a little bit and get out my fairy wings from storage. I haven't worn these in like probably 6 years. Anyways, so let's get into this. I'm really excited to see what all is in this. We know there's fairies. We know it's going to have, like, we know a lot of what's actually coming in this, which is interesting, a lot more than we usually do. So, yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so this actually looks like it starts off with the same 2-minute timer that the other video had. I was not able to do a reaction video for that because I just got a new computer and my settings weren't quite working right, and I just couldn't seem to get them set up and figured out before, like, in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm just doing the gameplay trailer this time. So this is the same bedroom as the main character of the last trailer. I forget the name of the family, but like they were kind of boring and plain and very base game. And she didn't like that life, wanted to be in nature, and so this is her room, and it is slowly being replaced by trees and bushes. And oh, it sparkled when it said 1 minute. And then we've got some sparkling plants. Whereabouts? Just right above my wing here. It's a sparkling plant. And there's the new red ones. Which way? This way. On the far side. That kind of looks like a heart. That's neat. And then there's some purple ones. You can see one here behind me. And there's the new pergola, looks like. I love the whimsical design of all of the stuff here. It's very much my style. And the new bench, you've seen the bench many, many times. Oh, there's another new plant just showed up, sizzling. And then there's the new gnomes and a new glowing plant as well. And then, here we go, 10, 9, and it's all sparkling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
100,000 welcomes to Innisgreen, where the joys are plentiful and the wonders awe-inspiring. Here it feels like we're truly enchanted by nature. There are many ways to enjoy the best.
Look at that house.
Many paths to follow, from a peaceful life outdoors to exploring enchanted.
Look at the wallpaper. That's so pretty.
Begin at the root, plants and gardening.
And those windows.
Caring for these beauties gives you a pure dose of joy. Just water them when dry and look good as new.
Oh no!
Except those
poor dead plants.
Oh, here's a tip. A little fairy dust goes a long way.
Look at the fairy!
Plants water and weed themselves. Oh, they do tend to attract pixies though. Hey, at least they're cute. For those with slightly more gardening expertise, bring more of the outdoors in with potted plants.
Look at all that stuff.
Place them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room if you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go on.
Oh, you can name houseplants.
Talk to them. Whatever. I don't judge. You may have noticed a little flicker earlier. Well, the wait is over. Fairies are here. Let's start with the basics, shall we? A mere mortal.
Fairy seedling?
Fairy.
Okay.
No need to be alarmed. You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you.
Drink a potion. Okay.
Oh, look at this entrance. Subtle, right?
Oh, look at the plum bob.
Oh, I love
It's got little leaves on it.
Transformation of a new fairy.
Okay, all the wings. There's a lot of wings.
Many ways for you to customize your fairy form. Stunning. Go on, my little style icon. Things are going to be very different for you now. Fairies are truly...
Oh, look at that emotional force.
Nourished by the moods of others. But if you don't take care of your needs, well, there's always a pity.
Oh, fairy death.
Like that. Luckily, you can simply consume bottled emotions or absorb emotions from others to fulfill your needs. You do know I'm still
Okay. So it looks like you can do fairy woohoo with non-fairies, kind of like the ghost woohoo.
Emotions comes naturally to every
Oh, new
as
dollhouse.
does shrinking. Many acquire fairy abilities as well.
She's sleeping in the dollhouse.
That's just simply the sugar on top. The more you use your abilities, the more
Oh, look at the tree.
powerful you become. Fulfill good and wicked desires, like aging someone. Bringing gnomes to life, or messing with relationships. Oh, we love a little drama.
Okay.
But fairy life isn't for everybody. Like this nature nomad. Ah, sure, living off the land may be an adjustment at first.
Okay.
An acquired
Ugh.
taste, perhaps? But the more time you spend working on
I like your little kitchen. It's so cute.
Gets to manage your needs. Seriously, why confine yourself to 4 walls when nature has been all-inclusive since the dawn of time?
Okay. So you're fishing.
But balance is a
Oh, look at that.
throne. If you find yourself wallowing in a bad mood for too long, you begin to teeter into imbalance, experiencing minor symptoms. Ignoring it leads to serious consequences. And
Very imbalanced.
An ailment.
Gnome lure? Oh.
Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the apothecary skill, you can craft everyday plants into elixirs and cures galore. Like ailment cures, emotion potions that change any mood.
There's a lot. Well, freezer bunny foot.
That fulfills
Does that help with luck?
needs for a time. Oh, is that lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could have used that. If you're inspired to help others with your new skill, there's always a need for more naturopaths. After a quick exam, it's time to determine the best course of treatment. Hopefully, the correct one.
Did that help? Oh, it didn't help.
Sometimes that means
Okay.
designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based remedy. Of course, not all plants are entirely ordinary. The moody shrub allows you to extract emotions from it. An aura blossom can affect your luck or imbalance as long as you don't anger it. Oh, and the lightning root.
A new way to get electrocuted.
With your natural living and apothecary skills, you'll be able to help so many folks in need. And there's a lot of them in this quiet little hamlet of ours. The blend of natural and magical elements throughout Innisgreen strikes a perfect balance, if I do say so myself. It can be a lot to take.
Fairy
in, but
house.
luckily the locals
Look at the
are
bar. Oh, that's so cool.
Lending a hand is a fast way to make friends and hear all kinds of stories about this place. Plus, earn a few rewards. Speaking of locals, I see you've met my ex, Spruce. Oh, and will you look at that? Our cosmic hourglass is emptied. Well, that's the grand tour. I'd say you're ready to explore this enchanted world of ours. Time for me to dissolve into the mist somewhere. You're gonna do great. Just don't forget to water the plants. Bye!
All right, so that was really interesting. There was a lot in there. Wow. Okay, let's pause that. So I want to go in, and it's got like 20 seconds of black at the end. Okay, I want to go back to the beginning and watch this and turn off the subtitles, and I'm gonna put this to a slower speed. And I'm also gonna mute it. There we go. So we can take a look at this a little bit faster, or a little bit closer, not faster. All right, so there's this lake, and it looks like that's where you actually turn into fairies. Maybe the fairies hang out there. And then the one sim in the green at the bottom, I believe that's Mother Nature, and that's who you talk to turn into a fairy. And look at these outfits. We've seen a few of these, but there's a lot more variety in here. Yeah, Mother Nature. So, there's another look at the one world. Is that a Celtic knot made out of hedges? That's pretty cool. And they're tending their plants. It's a very nature-esque looking place. So you can see the shipwreck here, and there's somebody swimming, a couple people swimming actually. So here's the house. So this is a very pretty house. It looks like there's some new wisteria on the wall, just up here, and we've got all the windows and doors, and this siding that kind of looks like scales. And she's got, look at this. Is this a tattoo or is this jewelry? I don't know. But look at that window basket. It's got a little fairy garden in it, and I love the roof tiles on here. It's very it's very whimsical. This whole build pack is very whimsical. Oh, look at that path with the little stones and everything. And then we've got all the shelves that are mushrooms and stuff. I love this wallpaper. It's so gorgeous. Looks like she's got wisteria on the inside too. And then these huge windows so you can see right to outside. And the table here looks like there's a couple spots where you can put things on that too. So she's watering the plants to look after them, which is something we haven't had to do for a while. I think at Sims 1 you had to look after your house plants, but I don't think you've had to do that in any of the other ones. And we've got some new plants here too. And I think maybe this pot is one you can put outside plants in. I'm not sure. That's hilarious. We got actual bird nest with eggs in it. So yeah, so then we have some more house plants over here. Look at these big ones over here. Sitting on this, that's a table, I guess. I thought it was a bench, but it's a table. And I love the Celtic knot around the pot here. And then those poor pots. Those poor plants aren't doing well. Oh, and the kitchen cabinets in behind. Look at this. You can actually put stuff on the shelf here, I think. On the corner one. And is another, that must be the upper shelves. Like actual shelves. Oh no, that's the countertop. Okay. Those are such pretty shelves. Or counters. And then the sink, there's a fairy splashing around in the sink. That's really cute. Oh, look at that. We've got, like, I think these are curtains. Like the ones we got in the Blooming Rooms kit. And there's an upper cabinet there. Really cute. And these must all have the fairy dust on them. They're all glowing. They look after themselves. And oh, and then you can attract pixies that way. And it sounds like they're kind of annoying. They might attack you. And then I love this rug down here too. It looks like a giant leaf. Wow, look at the windows. And then this is a shelf, it looks like. Or oh, that's part of the cabinets. This is probably the tall cabinet. So then it shows everything being put in there. The desk and chair, they look so nice. Windows, a stained glass window, kind of looks like butterfly wings. So we got some more leaves, and look at the stones here. That looks like it's a floor tile, like a floor pattern. Which this wooden one here, I think that would work really nice as a ceiling too. You don't get very many that look good as ceilings, but I think that one might work. I love this wallpaper in behind with the trees, the forest. Okay. Oh, look at the chair with a bee. I know we saw that in the building, but everything went by so fast, it was so hard to see. And then they've got the kid weeding. And we can name the house plants. Didn't do that before. I think the only plant you could name was the cow plant. And he looks so cute. He's got a little mushroom necklace and compliment plant on photosynthesis skills. So that must be the plant lover trait because it had the little trait icon on it. And all these pictures on the wall. There's like butterflies and it's like artwork made with pressed flowers. Very cute. So there's another hairstyle with the Celtic knot. So she's one that we saw in the Create a Sim, what do they call it, showcase? She's got a little fairy flying around her. And so then it looks like she becomes the main character of this trailer. So there's a fairy. Yeah, fairies are here. Butterfly wings. Looks like a mask. And then all the flowers and stuff in his hair. And she wants to become a fairy. So she's gone to I don't know if that's probably not. Is that ever do? Plant a fairy seedling. I wonder how you get the fairy seedling. It doesn't really tell us a whole lot. Look at the giant plants behind her too. That's pretty cool. So we got a fairy seedling. There's like a puff of like pollen or something. And then here comes Mother Nature. There we go. That was who was narrating the whole thing. It was the Mother Nature. She wants to become a fairy. And I guess we get a potion. So she can drink the potion. Oh, look at the ears. So pointy. And I like the little eye makeup too. The little leaves and stuff. I don't often use eye makeup on my Sims. I don't really wear makeup, so it's not something I really think of. We're going away. It sounds like I think they said there was some stuff you had to do. Pulling mushrooms and stuff. I love the plants. So if these aren't showing up in build mode, I definitely will be able to find most of them in debug, I think. And I would love to build some stuff with that. So, turning into a fairy. Get some wings. I love the boots. They're so, like... Oops. Boots are so, like, ethereal. So... Alright, so she's flying around. See, I think that's supposed to be I thought that was supposed to be a bathing suit. Maybe it is, and maybe you can wear it as a fairy. I don't know. I really want to see what the creative sim is like, because I think half of it's going to be like things for regular people and half of it's going to be stuff for fairies. But again, in like Lovestruck, we had like half of it was clothing and half of it was costumes. There's a lot of costumes in that one. Those wings looks really interesting. So here we are in Create a Sim, and I have this going slow, but there's a lot of wings that you can do. So I'm just gonna pause this here for a second. I want to try to count how many wings there are. Oh, this is no wings. I thought that would be first, but... Okay, so there's 10. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25, $26, $27. There are like 27 different types of wings. Oh, look at this one. That is really cute. And it has, you can use the colors. Looks like that one might be a color wheel. There are so many wings, and one look kind of like bat wings, actually. Yeah, that one looked kind of like bat wings. That's really interesting. They've got so many different styles of wings. Oh, and I guess this is so you can see with and without wings, so you can adjust their body type. That's my guess, anyways. Okay, so let's take a look here at them coloring them. So we have a bunch of different styles. Okay. And then there is a color wheel here, so you can paint them. And it looks like it does the same thing on each side. Or is it mirrored? There's a mirror option on here. Okay. So I guess that makes it mirrored or not mirrored. So you could actually make each side look different. And then different hairstyles. Different skin colors. So some of these skin colors actually are in the game already through other packs. But some of these are not. Like, there is no skin tone that's this kind of orangey color. And there's really no pink one. I use colored skin tones all the time. So a lot, but there's red. Hi, this is me editing, and I just wanted to show you what the different skin tones are that are available in the game already. So as a base game character, no occult, you have access to a blue, green, red, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shades of gray, and this kind of like a bluey gray, which you can make these darker or lighter. And then there's one that's a more of a pinkish gray. It's closer to like a regular skin tone. I always think of it kind of like a pearl color. And then there's all these other shades of gray. Um, and you can change all of the skin tones from a light to a darker version. And you can save the custom skin tones here just by hitting save. So when you go to aliens, so the alien form, they only have the skin tones, and these ones are the ones that are only available if you have Get to Work. So we have like a dark blue, purple, a lavender, a lighter blue, this really pale blue, and then there's like this kind of a teal color or aqua, and a darker one, and then there's 2 shades of green, a light green and a dark green. Vampires don't have any additional skin tones available. Even when they are in their dark form, it doesn't change. But what does change for the aliens is that there is a lot of more eyes that are available. And actually, I think all of the occults get the eyes. Let me just check. So aliens actually have different eye colors that are only available to them. Vampires have a bunch of different eyes that are available as well. And they are available in both forms. Now, mermaids are interesting because the human form of a mermaid just has regular access to eyes and just has the regular sim access to the other colors. But if you go to the mermaid form, there you have access to all of the different occult skin tones, as well as all of the occult eyes, and some that I think might be unique to the mermaids. And spellcasters are a little bit more interesting because spellcasters only have one form. So they have all of these skin tones available to them, as well as the same eyes as the vampires. But there wasn't anything that was like orange or pink, or really nice green before, I don't think. But nice green, like a pure green. And there wasn't anything really yellow. So there's a dark purple, there's a teal. I don't know if we had teal in there before. Maybe with the mermaids. But I just have a feeling that the bottom section where it has all the different like not natural skin colors is going to be expanded a bit. Definitely with the pink. And there's a whole bunch of eye makeup, or makeup in general, face paint, different eye colors that we haven't had, horns. So I like all these styles because this one over here is very like a kind of a grandpa vibe. This one's very like butterfly. This one's just kind of like ethereal, whimsical, but she's got purple horns, so maybe she's more of a mischievous one. These 2 are wearing the same shoes though. And the leggings on here, very cute. Okay, what else? Alright, so we got some other ones here. So he's looking very flowery. She's very flowery too, very flowing. This is, I think, Mother Nature's dress, but it looks like you can actually wear that. I like the hair. I love the flower crowns. I have a lot of flower crowns, but they're all like Christmas themed, which I didn't wear one of those today. So. Okay, so this is neat too. So we've got this dark one here, all dark purple and black, and then this one, look at the hooves. They've got, I'm guessing they're shoes, but they look like hooves. Very tiny wings, and then like antlers. And you can also have no wings, it looks like. So you could have somebody that looks like a fawn. That would be fun. Okay, so we have this one here. He's got hooves as well with very dark red skin. And with very black ferns, the black ferns in his hair. Whoa. Okay, she's about to disappear. That one was really cute too, with all the bright pink and yellow. I'm sure we saw all of that in the Create a Sim one, but it just was so fast, it was hard to see. Alright, so here we are out in nature. And then this is like their fairy powers, I guess. It goes from little wings to more elaborate wings. Same ability points though. So we've got emotional forces are like energy. We got fun, social, energy, hygiene. What are the two? So one of them would have been hunger. Bladder. There's no bladder on here. Okay. And look at the glowing tattoos too. And that plum bulb we can see a little bit better here. It's all viney leaves. I love these huge flowers too. And we've got the swing set. We've always got the swing set. But I like that swing set. It's very cute. Regenerate emotional force. Okay. So we can just do that by ourselves, I guess. And I'm just looking at all the stuff in the background here. Like, we've got like these lights here. So many flowers. And some trees that I don't recognize. They look like different willows than what we have before. I hope we get some of that in our build. And there's if our emotional force gets too low and you can actually die from it. Fairy death. Oh, like he's almost looks like the starving animation. The glow is just kind of disappearing. Ugh. Oh, he's gone. More of those huge plants behind him. All right, and then we can get the energy from other people, drink potions. Look at her earrings too. Little like fur earrings, that's nice. So siphoning off the emotions from others. It looks like they were in a flirty mood maybe. Because then she's glowing pink. And then we have, just like the ghost woohoo, looks like we get fairy woohoo and they turn a non-fairy tiny. That's so cool. And there's a fireplace there. Look at that carpet with the Pegasus with, well, Pegasus or a unicorn. I'm not sure what you would call that. And there's another one of those leaf rugs. That's just a base game floor though. And there's that wall too. The wall kind of reminds me of like birch bark. That's pretty cool. There's a green face with a mushroom hat. All right. And is that fairy dust on the ground there? I love this that she shrinks and she goes into the little house. That is very cute. So I wonder if they'll be able to like use the stuff in the play or in the doll houses then. So I think they definitely would be able to go into other doll houses if they can go in that one and just sleep in the dollhouse. But the dollhouse looks like the actual house. It's got the same like table and chairs and everything. That is so adorable. Okay, here we are outside, and she can do what? What is this? With the flowers. So bloom plant. It's actually a little bit similar to something that the plant sims can do, which I feel bad for plant sims. Like they really need to have a refresh. Okay, so then we have the skill tree here. So we've got manipulation on this side in the red, nature on this side in the green. So that's like your disruptive fairies and your nature fairies. And then there's like emotion in the middle. And then customization. So these must be more of your like fairy powers. Like looks like meditation of some sort. I don't know what these all do. It looks like they're kind of opposites. This one's all smiley faces. This one's all sad faces. That one's like they're being mean, and that one they're being happy, strong, or weak. I think this one is you. Are you helping people? And this one's you're stealing energy. I don't know. I'm not sure. That one says like some sort of meditation, and that one looks like I don't know what that is. Are they sleeping? Fairy lessons. Well, maybe you have a book like you do, like the spellcasters do. So we have the different levels, and the wings get more elaborate on each one. So some of these, it's interesting. So the nature one has 2 skills to pick from down here. The manipulation has 2 skills to pick from up here. And then some of these are like doubles. You can like take 2 choices for that one. That one looks like something to do with luck. That one looks like sleeping in plants. Something about harvesting fruit. So it's interesting. I don't know what these all do, but they do look interesting. But definitely we have a skill tree for fairies. I'm so happy about that. Okay, so one ability. Oh, age up another. Okay, so that's from a toddler to an adult. So poor Don Lothario is going to be aged up into an elder, it looks like. Oh, my back. We've got some flying seagulls over there. And butterflies. There's a butterfly behind him. Bring a gnome to life. I don't know what that does. For repairs and upgrades, for protecting, for cleaning, for gardening. Oh, so you can have them do stuff for you. That's neat. Oh, look, I love that fairy, or the window planter with the little fairy garden built into it. That's so cute. And then they can also destroy relationships, sway another's emotion. Okay, so that was in the middle section. So you can sway emotions of other people, either for good or bad. Disruptive, so that's one of the traits. And this is in their new house because they've got a pool. Oh, it's like, why you like that? And throw a drink at him. And then this is one of the other traits is the nature sim, or well, not nature sim. What do they call this one? Nature nomad. Okay. Look at the mailbox. That is so cool. So she's living outside. We've got like a little shelf over the sink. That's cute. We've got our clothing over here. We've got a little chair. So she can forage for some food. And oh, it shows her inventory. What are we gonna find? Found a frog. Try to eat the frog. Oh, look at the key necklace. That's neat. I got some nice tattoos here too. Like we got the mushrooms on her arm. Lie down, go to sleep. With all the huge plants around her. I love the huge plants. But she's sleeping and we can't hear it because we've got it muted, but like there's like a howl, like what's that? So she's fishing in her pond, sitting on a hill and meditating, cooking in her little tiny kitchen. That is such an adorable kitchen. I love that. And just sleeping on the ground. Her little acorn plushie here seems very sad. She's got some plants growing here in a planter. And refreshed, ready to start the day. So we're bathing in the pool, or in the pond here. See, there's a little turtle on a log. Alright, so we're gonna look after our plants here. And this is a fence behind her here. And there's another fence over here with stone fence. It's really neat too. We got some neat clutter here with like watering cans and seeds and stuff. Oh, look at little acorns in a bowl. That's cute. And then we have some people fishing. And then when we zoom in on these people, we've got one seems to have really good luck and one seems to have very bad luck. We got a black four-leaf clover and a glowing green four-leaf clover. So he's got really good luck. He's got really bad luck. Rory can't be totally sure, but he feels like bad luck is looming over him today. It's a broken clover. And Anthony is sure he can feel good luck shining brightly on him today. What fish is that? It's almost like glowing green. They've got balance and imbalance. So here's the unlucky one. He's feeling like he's maybe not in balance. We're feeling imbalanced. Okay. The little nice swirly green is all in a knot. I guess he can meditate then? I was thinking about his fishing. And then he goes to very imbalanced. And then that's when he gets an ailment. So the ailments seem kind of neat. So those remind me of the illnesses that you get with gnome lure. It sounds like a lot like the illnesses that you can get from Get to Work. But I guess some of these have good and bad things. Like it looks like the simoleon fever. You cough up simoleons, but don't feel well. Or there was another one that was like a creative something or other. I forget from the other one. And they're covered in paint, but they're like scratching their arms. They're itchy. So we go visit the apothecary. That is a very interesting beard with all the flowers in the beard. Elixir enthusiast. So this must be a new aspiration. Oh, look at this. What is this in the background? Let me go back just a bit. Okay, so we've got another park bench here that looks kind of nice. But what is this? Is this like a fountain? It looks like it might be a fountain in the middle of a pond. Or is it like a platform in the middle of a fountain? I don't know what that is. And then we've got the little barbecue over here. So it looks like kind of like a park area. There's a gnome here. And look at the toddler with the little flower hat. I don't know if that's an actual park or if that's just like a park area that's in the neighborhood. So he has some flowers. Got flowers on the wall. And then that's the apothecary bench. So you can study apothecary cures at the bench. There is a lot of things you can make here. Wow. So enhanced eyes, hooked on nature, noxious gas, a wee drink. Momentary happiness. Emotion stone. Wonder if that would help the fairies. Balanced mind. Cowplant horn. I'm not sure what that would be. Freezer bunny foot. That's probably for luck. Lucky liquid. Need stops. Your needs would stop going down. Fearless supernatural shield. Oh, that might be interesting. So a happy emotion potion and any negative emotion potion. So you actually need 2 other potions. Well, 6 other potions in order to make this one. But the freezer bunny foot looks really interesting. I can't wait to try this. There's so much stuff in there. And then there's some clutter here that looks like sage. Lots of plants. And here's that window what do you call it? Flower box. Okay, so we come over here and take a look at the potions. Luck, knock on wood, my luck is good. So I guess that's one of those is a luck potion. Would have helped that fisher earlier, it says. The unlucky fisherman. Herbal house call. Okay. It says, welcome to Willow's first day as a naturopath healer. You'll begin to receive clients today and have the opportunity to put your skills to use. You must be as thorough as possible to diagnose them with the correct ailment or issue to avoid sending a patient home uncured. So this is like a career, but the people come to you instead of you going to them. So kind of an active career maybe? Remember, ailments aren't always the cause for a patient's visit. Sometimes you'll need to dig a bit deeper to find the problem. All right. Oh, and look at this fireplace. There was another one that was just wood. This one is all stone, and it's got some shelves on it, but they're all like offset. That's really cute. Actually, this reminds me of my grandparents' fireplace that they had at their house when I was a kid. They had one like that, kind of on the wall with shelves, kind of like different like levels, like kind of like this. Yeah. Oh, look at the house. Look at here's the house. So some of this I think is just roofing tricks because you can actually set like the roof to be curved and stuff. But there's like a little dormer. They've got plants on the roof. I wish I could zoom in on this, but over here they've got little staircase, I think. But it also looks like there's a little thing with like a little curtain over it. And then over here, I think they're using made like a little pergola type of a thing. Just using I can never remember what these are called. Spandrels and pillars. These are round, so they use the round walls to do that. That's kind of neat. And you've got some wisteria on here, different from the cottage living wisteria. And I think I like this one better, actually. And then we've got the apothecary stand over here. Got a new mailbox, pond with a ton of flowers around it. So there are some flowers I recognize from base game, but there are some that are definitely new as well. That's good. And the little fence here. And that is definitely a new roof texture and trim on here. That's not what I've seen before. And I like this. Look at the door is back a little bit. So they've made like a little, it's almost like a little tiny hallway to the doorway. So with a little arch. That is so pretty. All right, let's keep going. I notice they don't show us the ceilings much anymore. Yeah, you can see here the little wall. They've got a little alcove there with some stuff. They don't show us ceilings so much anymore after Horse Ranch because the Horse Ranch is when they were new. But I can see the bottom of the roof is still white. So daytime and nighttime views, or like different people have coming in. I'm talking to them about Cure Ailing Sim. So it's kind of like an event, I guess, when they show up. I wonder what ailment she has. It looks like she's got like stone scales on her now. Like she's turning into a stone almost. Oh, she's got a tattoo here of Freezer Bunny with wings, but it's half covered up by the ailment. Revitalize Abby's needs or express sympathy. Okay. How did he revitalize her needs? That did not seem to help. She did not want that. It's like, no, that's not what I want. It's actually a really cute outfit, actually, seeing it in other colors. So she's stomping off. But I've seen it as like maybe a bathing suit. Maybe it's just like a romper. I'm not sure. And then this other one, he's got the gnome attraction thing. So, see, these chairs actually make a little bit more sense seeing them in use. Yeah, see this little thing here. I wonder what that is supposed to be, but it looks like you can walk through it. And then we've got the new plants. So we've got one. This one is like a mood. You can harvest moods from it, so that would be a really good thing for fairies to have. And then this. Whoa. Okay. This one can electrocute you, so be careful. But it looks from looking at the apothecary table, it looks like you're going to need a lot of these. So if you want to do the apothecary career or aspiration, definitely would want to find a couple of these and plant them. And then this one is an aura one. So I'm not exactly sure what that does, but they are used a lot in the different potions. So I love these though. I just love anything that's glowy and sparkly. So I'm gonna definitely have a lot of these planted around in my worlds. And the fence behind him there, I actually really like that one there. What is this black one there? I don't know what that flower is. Ugh. And that looks like a new flower too. So I don't know if some of these are just plants that, like house plants that they've planted, or if they're new plants that you can put in your garden. Not sure. So anyways, he's making some potions. Give an elixir to this guy here. Okay. So we've got a lot of things we've got here. We'll secure cure gnome lure cure. There. I'll have to say that one slowly. It's a bit much. But... And that cured his illness, so that's great. Oh, is that another curtain here, but like a short, small curtain? So this is one of the neighborhoods. Admore. I'm not sure how you pronounce this, because if it's Irish, that DH has a different sound. Spruce Dairy Grove. So that looks like a cafe or something. That's a different angle than we saw. That looks really nice. And then Everdew is this more mystical, kind of purpley colored one. Got a gnome, or no, that's a fairy house. I'm talking about gnomes. This looks like it's like a bar or something. Look at that bar back. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's like glowing galaxy behind it. It's got mushrooms growing everywhere. That is so cool. And another rounded bar. Sorry, Batu, your days of having the only rounded bar are long gone, I think. We've had a couple since Love Struck. Okay. And you've got glowing mushroom shelves here. We've got more mushrooms over here. Are they lights? Is that there's in front of that too? I wonder if those are lights. But there's a lot of fairies in here. This is gorgeous. We've got a lucky fairy over there. I think I just saw grass and flowers too, and right at the edge of that, right at the end. So there's our girl, mystical. Okay, so if anyone's played Sims Medieval, there are two religions in that game, and they're both basically, it's like Catholic and Protestant. They both are the same general faith. It's just how they worship. But anyways, so they worship the Watcher, which is the player. The player is the Watcher. But the symbol for the Watcher is an eye. Looks a lot like this. So I wonder if this symbol is supposed to be another callback to The Sims Medieval. There were elves, not fairies, but there were elves in that one. So we have a mystical sim. Okay, so this is definitely a stand. I have no idea what they sell here. Do they sell gnomes? Do they sell food? Because they've got gnomes carrying food. And then they've got the apothecary stand here. And then we've got what was this? Spruce Almighty. I was like, I always think Bruce Almighty the movie. So this is Spruce Almighty. Who looks like a green god of some sort. And it said my ex. So Mother Nature's ex-boyfriend or ex-husband. Green Man. Wow. So he really just came out of his tree. He's got a lot of leaves. He's even got like leafy hair. So I wonder if once you're a fairy, if you can turn other people into fairies. She's got very so look at her wings here. They're very different. This part here looks a lot like a leaf and less like a butterfly wing. Okay, now we're eating a fish and we like it. As a vegetarian, I'm just kind of, ugh, I find that a little weird. She's got leaves in her hair. The hairband is actually really neat on her hairstyle. It doesn't look so good on one of the other ones that I saw in Create a Sim because their hair was too, like, small. But it looks better on the bigger hairstyles. So I wonder if it's like a hat that can go on other hairstyles. Kind of like the horns there go really well with that. Any hairstyle probably. We've got lots of fairies flying around. This is, look at all the big plants, the big mushrooms, the big flowers, big leaves. That is exactly what I've wanted. And look at this house and a huge tree too. And then there's the, let's pause that. And then this is the bonus items if you order early. By August 21st. So this is a month and a half actually to get that. But this is exactly what I was looking for in a fairies pack. I always thought that fairies would be kind of mischievous and or nature related. So it looks like they've done like two paths. You can have mischievous sims or you can have nature sims. Everything's very whimsical, very nature related. I haven't seen a bathtub yet in that. We have seen the shower, which looks like a big rock thing. But yeah, this is really what I was hoping that we would get for fairies. I always said I kind of like if you ever played Animal Crossing New Horizons, there was like a whole set of furniture that was made out of like plants. Like there was a shower made out of a flower. There's a giant flower bed. There was a flower seat, and we do have the mushroom toadstool stools in cottage living, but I was really hoping for some more nature related furniture, and didn't quite get that. But everything looks like it was made very like out of wood, but in a very natural looking way. Like it doesn't look like everything's really contrived. It looks like it's like woven together and just like a slice of wood maybe, or maybe pieced or something. It is very nature themed, and I love that the fairies can play in the sink. So I wonder if they can like have a bath in the sink. That would be really interesting too. I don't know, we'll have to see. But this is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for a fairy pack. And also that new aspiration that I can't think of the name of it at the moment, but it where you can forage for everything. That's going to be a lot of fun too. Okay, and I checked, and there is another new blog post here. It says, "Become one with the natural world in The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature." So it's the same article as before, but it says that they've updated it today with the gameplay trailer. Explore more cross-pack gameplay and learn more about the Enchanted by Nature soundtrack. Oh. So that part at the top here hasn't changed. So they've got the first... So they've got both of the trailers here now, it looks like. Because those are the thumbnails for both of them. Okay. So those are the that's somebody working as an apothecary. They've got a different rug behind them with the white stag. So there's a lot of actual like the mythology, like the green man and the white stag. That's actually like mythology. So that's interesting that they've got little pieces of that in there too. I'm just scrolling down here. There's that house in the giant tree. Oh, new items. Okay, so here's the new stuff. Occult Sim Cross-Pack Gameplay Tips. There are a plethora of previous expansion and game packs that allow your sim to connect with other occult sims. See below for a few you can try. So if you have the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack, Cottage Living expansion pack, or the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, so basically anything with pets or animals, fairy sims can use their nurture nature to fulfill animal needs and instantly cure sick cats and dogs. In addition, there are so many ways for fairy sims to connect with their occult sim counterparts. With the Werewolves game pack, fairies can soothe werewolves and bring their fury back to zero. Oh, so if you have like a couple, like a werewolf and a fairy married to each other or living together, then the fairy can soothe the werewolf and they can have a little bit more stable life. Werewolves, hard to play with, so this might actually make werewolves more interesting for me. And return them to their sim form. And with vampires, fairies can remove vampirism from vampire sims to return them to their natural sim selves. Interesting. Fairy sims can also hydrate and top off the needs of their mermaid sim and plant sim friends. So there is a little bit they can do with the plant sims. That's interesting. With the Sims 4 Island Living expansion pack, the Werewolves game pack, and Vampires, Sims can use apothecary crafting to create an elixir that refills all needs instantly for occult Sims. Enchanted by Nature expansion pack introduces the fear of magic, making Sims who have had a bad experience with magic feel unsettled by it. If you have the Realm of Magic game pack, Sims may even get paranoid when near spellcasters or other occult Sims. Oh, so there could be consequences for spellcasters doing some of the not so nice spells. So it talks about then the music of the expansion pack. It says, for the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, we curated a whimsical soundscape to match all of the world of Innis Green and the adventures your Sims will experience in it. And of course, it's all in Simlish, with uniquely enchanting tracks from FKA Twigs, Perfume Genius, and Florence Road. You'll be instantly transported to a natural world of wonder. So some of the soundtracks is Perfect Stranger by FKA Twigs, Clean Heart by Perfume Genius, Good Night by Florence Road, 9 to 5 by Big Pig. I don't know. I don't know any of these. Simple Girl by Remy Bond, Shell of a Man by Saya Gray, Unfair by Lara the Brave by Mariad Carlin and Ronan Scolard, Blade of Grass by Social Radio. So, and then it tells you where you can buy it. So yeah, so it just has a little bit added here about talks about the cross pack play with the other occults and the music. So that is what it said. So I think that's everything for today. I actually really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see what else we have coming up. There is a new update coming out next Tuesday, which is actually Canada Day. If you live in Canada, it's a holiday. So that's interesting. That means that I'm not going to be around that day. I'm going to be busy. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and my review of this trailer. I'm so excited for this expansion pack. And as you can see, I got maybe went a little overboard dressing up today a bit. But I can't wait for this to come out. So I'm going to have so much fun with fairies and building. I'm so excited. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Don't forget to click like, and if you're new here, you can click on subscribe and the little bell for notification of more videos. See you next time. Bye.